Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Q proof number 4. The Kingdom.
Let's play some video, if we could please, of a pretty stunning moment. Jim was talking about the publicity of this and how much we're seeing, but do you see that that chain around, the gold necklace around the President Trump's neck there? Well, Saudi King Salman presented that to the president. It's a gold medal. The collar of Abdulaziz Al Saud is what it's called, and it's the nation's highest honor. I want to ask you, Anushe, what do you make of, what is the symbolism there? What is the intention as he gives him that honor? Because already what we are seeing, the grandeur of this welcome, is so different from what we've seen with past presidents.
Donald Trump was honored by a very special traditional sword dance as he visited Saudi Arabia as part of his first foreign trip as United States President on the 20th of May 2017, just 5 months before Q's first post. Sword or saber dancing symbolizes honor and strength, so the Saudis never had this ceremony for Obama or previous recent United States presidents. It almost seemed as if the Saudis were celebrating Trump as some sort of king who freed them from the clutches of the deep state cabal. The big question was, would there be any changes within Saudi Arabia now that Trump had become their president? The United States has a very special relationship with Saudi Arabia. In 1950, Aramco, which is owned by the Rockefeller Standard Oil and Saudi Arabia, agreed a 50-50 profit distribution of the oil discovered in Saudi Arabia. The US-Saudi petrodollar agreement in 1974 created a system where the US offered military protection to Saudi Arabia's oil fields in exchange for the Saudi agreement to use only US dollars for oil sales. This agreement helped the United States maintain its global dominance after the collapse of the Bretton Woods system in 1971.
Secretary Connally to suspend temporarily the convertibility of the dollar into gold or other reserve assets.
Saudi Arabia is mentioned many times in the Q posts, so let's review what Q said about Saudi Arabia in Q Post 59 from November the 2nd, 2017. How did Saudi Arabia welcome POTUS during his trip? Why was this historic and not covered by the mainstream media? How did Saudi Arabia welcome Barack Obama during his trip? How did Saudi Arabia welcome Hillary Clinton during her trip? Why is this relevant? Not suggesting Saudi Arabia is clean by any means, but they play a role in this global game of risk. Q Post 59 contextualizes Saudi Arabia's historic reception of Trump as a signal of global shifts, media manipulation, and strategic alliances. On November 6, 2017, Q then posted Drop 121. Why were the acts that recently occurred in Saudi Arabia so critically important? What US assets are in place in or near Saudi Arabia? What assurances were made to protect the kingdom? Who shot down the missile from Yemen? POTUS declassifies speech JAP 11.5. Was it really from Yemen? How do we know? Why is this relevant? Who are the puppets? Who are the puppet masters? Who pulls the strings? What provides power?
Meanwhile, confirming today that just 2 days after steering $400 million in cash to Iran in a covert payment timed to coincide with the release of American hostages, President Obama and his administration paid the Islamic Republic 3 times that amount, another $1.3 billion in interest, wiring that money directly to Iran in 3 payments.
What if United States elections can be rigged? How are JFK, Reagan, and Trump different from the rest? Why does JFK surround himself with family much like POTUS? What if it was bought and paid for? How would this be possible? Why are there no voting ID laws in place? What do you need an ID for? List, compare, laugh. What is the argument for not allowing voter ID laws to be enacted? Why are immigrants important? Muslim Brotherhood, votes, attacks. Why are legals important? MS-13, votes, 187. Why is open border important? What did Barack Obama say on the campaign trail last year to illegals within the United States? What did Barack Obama encourage? Was this illegal?
Many of the millennials, dreamers, undocumented citizens, and I call them citizens because they contribute to this country, are fearful of voting. So if I vote, will immigration know where I live? Will they come for my family and deport us?
Not true.
Okay.
And the reason is, first of all, when you vote, you are a citizen yourself, and there is not a situation where the voting rolls somehow are transferred over and people start investigating, etc. The sanctity of the vote is strictly confidential in terms of who you voted for. If you have a family member who maybe is undocumented, then you have an even greater reason to vote.
Who owns sizable stakes in voter machine companies? Who decides what voter machines are used in elections? Why are some important countries still manually hand-counted? God save us. Q. Also on November 6th, 2017, Trump said, massive military and energy orders happening. +++. And less than an hour later, Q posted drop 1, 2, 3. Nothing is random. Everything has meaning. +++. At that time, there was a coup in Saudi Arabia where MBS Mohammed bin Salman held over 500 officials under arrest at the Ritz-Carlton, including dopey Prince Al-Walid bin Talal, who at the time was a majority shareholder of Twitter and who had publicly feuded with Trump, and who owned the upper floors of the Mandalay Bay Hotel in Las Vegas, where the Las Vegas shooting happened just a month prior.
Remarkable times in Saudi Arabia, the hugely influential Sunni Muslim kingdom. There's been an unprecedented anti-corruption purge with sweeping arrests of senior politicians and business leaders and members of the royal family. And a Saudi prince and 7 other officials have been killed in a helicopter crash near the country's border with Yemen, where Saudi Arabia is involved in a bitter civil war.
We drive in under police escort just past midnight. No one enters here now without official permission. The world's most talked about hotel. Riyadh's most palatial, most prestigious. Now a gilded prison.
Inside the warehouse. A storm of gunfire raining down upon an innocent crowd. I know. A gunman perched on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Resort had opened fire on 22,000 concert goers. First reports of shots fired as singer Jason Aldean performed. Initially, there was confusion, many wondering if the sounds were part of the show.
It's fireworks! It's fireworks! Stop! It's fireworks!
But they quickly realized what was happening.
We see Q Post 92 from November the 5th, 2017. Seth Rich only mentioned because it directly relates to Saudi Arabia. Las Vegas. What hotel did the reported gunfire occur from? What floors specifically? Who owns the top floors? Top floors only. Why is that relevant? What was the shooter's name? What was his net worth? How do you identify a spook? What can historical data collection reveal? Was there any eyewitnesses? Who? Was he registered as a security guard? Why is MS-13 important? What doesn't add up? Was there only one shooter? Why was JFK released? What do the JFK files infer? Was there only one shooter? Who was in Las Vegas during this time? What was the real mission? Speculate. Why are survivors dying randomly? What do each of these survivors have in common? Did they talk on social media? What did they say? Were they going to form a group? Why is this relevant? How did they die? What CIA report was released by WikiLeaks? Here Q is talking about Vault 7, which was about CIA hacking tools. What can control a car? How did the two of the survivors die? Car crash? How does this connect to Saudi Arabia? What just happened in Saudi Arabia? Who owns the top floors of the hotel? What happened today in Saudi Arabia? To who specifically? Was POTUS in Las Vegas that night? Yes, no. Why was he there? Who did he have a classified meeting with? Did Air Force One land at McCarran? What unmarked tail numbers flew into McCarran that night? Trace Air Force One that entire day. What do you notice? Classified. Q. The Mandalay Bay shooting was a failed assassination attempt on Mohammed bin Salman, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, and maybe even President Trump himself. The deep state most likely used the shooting to create a distraction that would tie up all the Vegas cops and security while they carried out the assassination. MBS was in Vegas on the 1st of October 2017 to meet with Donald Trump. Trump's advanced security team exposed the plot in enough time for Trump to warn bin Salman, saving his life that night. This is the reason for the sword dance Trump got in Saudi Arabia. This is also why Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman created an anti-corruption committee on Trump's order a few weeks after the shooting. Then, on Remember the 5th of November, he purged the Saudi kingdom with mass arrests of a number of prominent Saudi princes, government ministers, and business people. The night of the long knife brought Saudi royalty and the elites to the Ritz-Carlton in Riyadh. They thought they were attending a celebration. Instead, the doors were locked behind them, and they were all arrested. 2,000 bank accounts were frozen with 800 billion in the accounts, and 2 princes died trying to escape, one by helicopter. As I have previously mentioned, Trump then tweeted about energy, ending the tweet with +++, when Q later posted that +++ is code for Saudi Arabia, with ++ being the Rothschilds and plus being Soros in Q post 133 from November the 11th, 2017. Hard to swallow, important to progress. Who are the puppet masters? House of Saud, 6+++, 4 trillion plus. Rothschild, 6++, 2 trillion plus. Soros, 6+, 1 trillion plus. Focus on the above 3. Public wealth disclosures. False. Many governments of the world feed the eye. Think slush funds. Feeder. Think war. Feeder. Think environmental pacts. Feeder. Triangle has 3 sides. Eye of Providence. Follow the bloodlines. What is the keystone? We also see Q speaking about the events in Saudi Arabia in the next Q post 134 from November the 11th, 2017. Why were the events in Saudi Arabia extraordinary? Who was arrested? What will bank records provide? List names, family history, investment ownership stakes, and point-to-point contacts. Example: Alawid, Huma, Barack Obama, Citigroup, United States control. Why is this relevant? House of Saud. House of Saud, US control. Follow the money. What power shift recently occurred? Was a new king appointed? Coincidence? Dark to light. Why is this relevant? One side of the triangle removed. First time in history. Other sides falling. ++++++. Q. Also on the 11th of the 11th, 2017, Q posted drop 140. Wealth over generations buys power. Power over generations buys more wealth control. More wealth and control buys countries and its people. Families combined, triangle, equals NWO. Inner TRI families will collapse. What is the keystone? What nation dominates all others? What nation has influence over most others? What is the keystone? Return to Saudi Arabia. Strings cut, plus plus plus. Puppets, plus plus plus. In shadows. Each side of the triangle controls a certain subsect of power brokers. Power brokers are also labeled as the puppet's servants. What is the New World Order? Why did POTUS receive a sword dance when visiting Saudi Arabia? What does this mean culturally? Why is this relevant? What occurred in Saudi Arabia? How did POTUS remove one side of the pyramid? What did POTUS receive while visiting China? Where did POTUS dine? What is the significance? What if China, Russia, and others are coordinating with POTUS to eliminate the New World Order? Who controls North Korea? Who really controls North Korea? Who controls several agencies within the United States, EU, and abroad? Why is no such agency so vital? Enormous scale of events currently ongoing. Why is Russia helping to kill ISIS? This is not easy to accept nor believe. Crumbs make bread. Operations active. Joint missions underway. The world is fighting back. Refer back to graphic. The Great Awakening. Snow White. Iron Eagle. Jason Bourne, 2016. Dream. CIA. Q. The Saudi coup happened a little over a week after Q's first post, and at the time this proof really grabbed the attention of a lot of people on the chans.
Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell for more must-see videos.